Obviously, though, that game came with a price. Though we lost Arber Xhekaj.
Yep.
He's out indefinitely, and you saw right away when he was skating off. He's like his
Is
arm.
there any? Okay, so it's upper. It's his hand.
I'm for sure it's a shoulder.
Oh, shoulder. Fuck.
Yeah. Because when he skated off, he was like his arm looked like a limp. Never mind. But he started pointing at it.
Oh yeah. So
yeah. So he's
gone a month or so.
Minimum. He's out indefinitely, so it's gonna be a while.
What I find so frustrating about that is this guy has been fighting everybody. Like the amount of at a certain point, don't get me wrong, we're all enjoying watching him fight, especially the result 90% of the time. But holy crap, like how taxing on the body is that? Like it was bound to happen at a certain point. It was actually surprising that he made it this far without getting injured.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he's lucky he's only 21, 22.
Mm-hmm. So, which means he'll also heal faster?
For now, yeah. And how much could the body take of it? Yeah, for sure. I think for now in his young age, his young career, it's okay. He could endure it. The thing is, though, it's one of those fights where I don't think it didn't look like he was searching for it. At least I don't think.
That guy Desharnais, the giant version of Desharnais, just came out of like
I think
he was playing that game. Yeah,
I think
the only reason why he was playing.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why he was freaking playing in that game. Otherwise, he has no business being there.
Yeah, he's what, 6'5", 6'6"? He's a big motherfucker.
He's a monster.
So it's and I think after this injury, I think Xhekaj now he's gonna learn. You know, Marty said it himself. He's like, yeah, he's gonna learn when's the right time to fight, when isn't. You know, it's part of the learning process. But
hopefully
he's not. But do you really see Arber Xhekaj backing down from a fight?
No, for sure not.
You know what I mean?
Why would you back down if it's like that? But searching it, maybe he might modify his game as he progresses in his career. Hopefully, like maybe next year is not going to be that not goon type player, but he might not go for fights, especially if he has to be on the ice for certain situations. If he's going to get injured, he's not going to be there, and there'll be another defenseman that's going to come up and take his spot.
Well, there's that. It's not just getting injured, but like if you know that you're needed out there for a penalty kill or God knows, maybe even a power play like he's been used this year.
Dude, I seriously see him as is going to be a really good playoff type player. I have a feeling.
Dude,
right?
When
see the way he plays.
When we make it to the playoffs, like
he's going to be a big part. So he needs to watch.
He's going to be intimidating. He already is, but he's going to be even more intimidating come playoff time. And you're going to need players like him. You need players like him. So
I think you absolutely need players like him. One thing, I don't think he's going to be injury prone, but I'm hoping you're talking about Zook. You're talking about his game and how it develops.
Yeah.
And Sammy, you're mentioning picking his spots. I think he's got to utilize maybe just the natural emotion that runs through a game. Let the frustration kind of boil over and build up. And that way, like, I just want to analyze that last fight a little bit. He's fighting a fourth line guy who has no business being there. You let the emotion, the tension build up. And by that time, by let's say the end of the second period, the beginning of the third period, when you still have a little bit of room to get penalized, miss 5 minutes of the game, there can be a fight there. But by that point in time, more important than anything, you have, let's say, maybe not a star player, but you have a more significant player like, let's say, Evander Kane stepping up to the plate to have that fight because he just can't take, like, they can't take it anymore. He's that pissed off. And in a certain sense, the trade-off at least would be more advantageous. So I think, Sammy mentioning that he's got to pick maybe his moments a little better. I'm not hoping that he's going to turn into a guy who's going to say no more often. I just hope he prolongs that and it affects the game, because having people scared of coming into the zone, having people scared of going into the corner would play so much more into the Canadians' advantage for so much longer in a game. Anyway,
for sure. But if that whole incident, the way it happened was because him and Evander Kane were going at it. So
absolutely,
and if you look at it, Desharnais did his job. He, in a sense, protected his star player in a sense. Let's not McDavid or Draisaitl, but let's be honest, I think Evander Kane is the third best player, is the number 3 on that team. And Desharnais did his job because I think Xhekaj was. I don't think Xhekaj was going to go up to him and fight. I don't think he was going to go there to fight Evander Kane, but he was definitely going to get in his face. And I think that's when Desharnais jumped in and was like, "Who knows what's on the ice? Let's go, me and you. Let's settle this right now, me and you." And then, then look what happened. Now he's out indefinitely. So, I get what you're saying, Chris. You got to be careful with letting it build because sometimes that can lead to stupid mistakes or careless mistakes. So,
but that's exactly what I mean. You take a player who's, a little bit reckless, like Evander Kane, you throw him off his game, you get him pissed off. Maybe he takes a bad penalty, just because I know what you're saying.
Okay, like being like an agitator, you mean?
Exactly. Like agitate them a little bit more and settle the score a little bit later on, because you can throw guys like Evander Kane who are important pieces for, let's say, their respective teams. Just let it sink in, let it boil over naturally rather than having to get it out of the way right away.
Yeah,
obviously it's going to happen. But I think Xhekaj could have an impact being a little bit more patient with his fighting.
I just hate seeing another one of our fucking rookies out for the remainder of the season. Like the only one that's left is the only one that's left is Jordan Harris, who's been amazing as of late.
And it's bad not only because we want to see them play, but it's for their fucking development. I hope it doesn't really slow them down because they were on a really high, trend.
Yeah, of course they were. Oh my god,
learning curve. Whereas now with their injury, like Gouli, exactly, man. I would say Gouli, and also what's his name, Caulfield, in my opinion too. He lost a lot of Slavkovsky.
It's fucking like, and we're seriously plagued with this with injuries. Like it's unreal with this fucking team.